Sit down. Breathe slow. Do not give me the version you rehearsed at home. No halo, no performance. Just the shape of what you hide when the room gets quiet. State your name if it still feels like yours. State your age if time has touched the core. State your reason for appearing calm when your hands hold tension like a loaded song. What do you call peace when you feel nothing move? What do you call strength when you have nothing to lose? Who taught you silence was the safest door? And why do you still kneel to that lesson now? Look at me, do not look away. You learn to survive, then you learn to stay that way. Tell me now, what are you protecting here? Is it truth or just a well-trained fear? Fill the intake form, write it in the dark. Tell me where the wound ends, tell me where you start. Keep your careful smile, keep your sacred charm. I can hear the panic through the intake form. Fill the intake form, line by line and scar by scar. Tell me what you worship when you say you know who you are. Keep your measured tone, keep your body warm. I can read the damage through the intake form. Who are you without the voice that says perform? Who are you without the praise that keeps you warm? Why do you need every room to let you in? What do you fear they will see beneath the skin? Do you call it love because you fear the void? Do you call it control because chaos made too much noise? When did your mask become your favorite face? When did your pain become your hidden place? Look at me, do not turn to stone. You built that mask to live, now it keeps you alone. Tell me now, when the mirror starts to speak, is that strength or the moment you go weak? Fill the intake form, write it in the dark. Tell me where the wound ends, tell me where you start. Keep your careful smile, keep your sacred charm. I can hear the panic through the intake form. Fill the intake form, line by line and scar by scar. Tell me what you worship when you say you know who you are. Keep your measured tone, keep your body warm. I can read the damage through the intake form. No, I do not need your perfect posture. No, I do not need your practiced calm. I need the truth that shakes beneath your answers. I need the name of what you run from. So tell me what breaks you, what owns you, what hunts you when applause is gone. What shaped you, what taught you to call this living when it feels so wrong? Fill the intake form, let the paper burn. Tell me what you bury, tell me what refuse to learn. Keep your little mask, keep it while you can. I can see the fracture running through the man. Fill the intake form, first question, who are you? If I take the lie away, what survives the truth? Keep your quiet pride, keep your false control. I am not here for symptoms, I am here to read the soul. Session started, mass detected, voice controlled, pulse affected. You may speak, but understand, this room will ask who you really are. Who you really are. You speak so clean. You speak so sure. But some voices learn to shine, so the wound can stay obscure. You answer pain with polished lines. You dress the bruise in sacred light. You call it growth because it sounds refined, but truth does not need that much design. You learn to smile before the fall, to keep your image standing tall, to make a prison feel like choice, to hide the panic in your voice. Tell me now, which lie kept you alive, and why does it still get treated like your guide? Tell me now, when did survival turn to art? When did the mask start eating through the heart? Why do you lie so well? Why does it sound like truth? Why do your wounds wear gold like that could make them new? Why do you speak so calm while everything inside still fell? Tell me what you pretend. Why do you lie so well? Why do you lie so well? Who taught you how to glow? Who taught you how to bleed and never let it show? Why do you guard the script like heaven locked it in a shell? Tell me what you became. Why do you lie so well? You say you healed, but your eyes still scan the room. You say you changed, but your peace still smells of doom. You say you love, but you need to be adored. You say you lead, but you shake without control. You call it standards, I call it fear. You call it distance because closeness brings the mirror near. You call it wisdom, I hear retreat. You built a temple out of damage, then bowed at its feet. Tell me now, what happens if you stop? If the script goes dark and the perfect voice is lost? Tell me now, who are you without the role? Without the lie that held together half your soul? Why do you lie so well? Why does it sound like truth? Why do your wounds wear gold like that could make them new? Why do you speak so calm while everything inside still fell? Tell me what you protect. Why do you lie so well? Why do you lie so well? Who taught you how to glow? Who taught you how to bleed and never let it show? Why do you guard the script like heaven locked it in a shell? Tell me what you became. Why do you lie so well? Strip the velvet from the wound, strip the language from the ache, strip the noble from the ruin, strip the smile from what is fake. You do not need another sermon, you do not need another frame. You need the silence after performance. You need to hear your real name. Why do you lie so well when nothing asks for grace? Why do you keep that halo over such so well. No applause, no disguise, no more mercy for polished lies. If the truth hurts, let it dwell. That is why you lie so well. Your mouth says peace. Your body says prepare. The truth arrives in posture, long before it reaches air. You sit like every exit has a name, like every silence came to do you harm. Your jaw holds sermons made of fear and strain. Your hands stay half closed like a private alarm. Your shoulders wear a war they never buried. Your eyes keep measuring the room for threat. You call this caution like it makes you noble. I call it damage that your flesh has not confessed. Tell me now, why does your heartbeat change the moment truth gets too close to your face? Tell me now, why does your body know what your polished voice still refuses to show? Defensive body language, every muscle tells on you, every glance toward the doorway, like escape is something true. Defensive body language, you can keep your careful phrase, but your bones are giving evidence in 100 guarded ways. Defensive body language, you can say you are in control, but your breathing writes a history that your mouth cannot withhold. Defensive body language, you can wear your calm like paint, but the body does not worship lies, and the body does not wait. Your spine goes rigid when the mirror nears. Your smile appears 1 second too rehearsed. You hide inside precision and good manners, as if clean language could reverse the hurt. You say you are composed, I hear surveillance. You say you are fine, I see restraint. You say you trust, then why the folded arms? Why does your stillness look exactly like a cage? Tell me now, who taught you how to brace? Who taught your skin that tenderness was not a safe place? Tell me now, when did your body learn to hold the room at distance while your real self burned? Defensive body language, every muscle tells on you, every glance toward the doorway, like escape is something true. Defensive body language, you can keep your careful phrase, but your bones are giving evidence in 100 guarded ways. Defensive body language, you can say you are in control, but your breathing writes a history that your mouth cannot withhold. Defensive body language, you can wear your calm like paint, but the body does not worship lies, and the body does not wait. So unclench the fist beneath the table, let the shoulders drop their borrowed steel, let the throat stop guarding every sentence, let the wound admit what it can feel. You do not tremble because you are weak, tremble because the truth is near, and every part of you built for survival still mistakes honesty for fear. Defensive body language, now the room can read it clear. Every quiet little signal, every posture built from fear. Defensive body language, there is no shame in what it shows, only proof that something lived through fire and never learned to close. Defensive body language, you can stop performing strength. You do not need to hold the world away with every breath and every length. Defensive body language, let the armor lose its claim. The body kept the score in silence. Now the truth can say your name. Jaw locked, arms crossed, breathe short, truth lost. You spoke calm, but tension knew. The body said what the mask would not say. What the mask would not say. You say love, like it is holy, but hunger learns to speak that way too. You call it love because it sounds less cruel than saying you are scared to be alone. You hold too tight, then name it something beautiful, as if fear becomes devotion when it is dressed in gold. You need the text, you need the look, you need the proof that you still pull someone close. You need the warmth, you need the chase, you need a witness so the hollow does not show. Tell me now, do you want love or relief? Do you want truth or someone soft enough to feed? Tell me now, when they pull away at night, do you miss their soul or just the loss of being desired? You call it love, I call it need, I call it panic on its knees. You call it fate, I call it fear, wrapped in a language sweet to hear. You call it love, I hear the plea, do not leave me alone with me. You say forever, I hear defeat. You call it love, I call it need. You do not touch, you reach for rescue. You do not kiss, you beg the dark to stop. You do not stay because you see them clearly. You stay because their presence keeps you from your thoughts. You learn their tone, you learn their wounds, not just to care but to make yourself required. You give too much, then call it depth, when half of it is just your terror dressed as fire. Tell me now, if they stop saying your name, would it break your heart or break the role you made? Tell me now, if they saw through every plea, would you still call it love if they did not need you to need them back? You call it love, I call it need, I call it panic on its knees. You call it fate, I call it fear, wrapped in a language sweet to hear. You call it love, I hear the plea, do not leave me alone with me. You say defeat. You call it love, I call it need. Love does not beg to be chosen every hour. Love does not shake because the room goes still. Love does not turn a person into medicine. Love does not feed on emptiness to feel real. So when you say, I cannot live without them, what are you praising them or your escape? When you say, they complete me, what are you hiding? What do you refuse to face? You call it love, I call it need. A velvet chain, a silent bleed. You call it trust, I hear retreat. A frightened pulse beneath the heat. You call it love, I hear the cry. Do not let the mirror come alive. You say it heals, I hear it plead. You call it love, I call it need. Maybe you cared, maybe you meant it. Maybe your hunger learned to sound sacred. But if it needs to survive the void, do not call it love until it can breathe without the noise. You call it order. You call it standards. You call it discipline. Because panic sounds too honest. You need the room to move exactly when you speak. You need the plan to stand like law beneath your feet. You need the faces turned and measured in your favor. Because one unknown can turn your blood to static. You hate delay, you hate surprise. You hate the look of things beyond your grip. You call it focus, you call it strength. But fear is often dressed in cleaner clothes than this. Tell me now, what happens when control gives way? When life does not obey? When silence will not stay? Tell me now, why does your chest go cold the moment something breathes outside the lines you wrote? Control is panic with a straight back and a steady hand. Control is terror, trying hard to look like a better man. Control is hunger for a world that never shifts or speaks. Control is fear that learned to stand and call itself elite. Control is panic with a polished voice and a frozen jaw. Control is damage, trying to turn its wound into a law. Control is trembling underneath the image you protect. Control is panic that cannot survive what it cannot direct. You keep the chaos out by making cages beautiful. You keep your pulse in line by making love conditional. You say you lead, but every change feels like invasion. You say you know because not knowing feels fatal. You tighten tone, you sharpen gaze. You make the room feel smaller when you speak. Not because power lives inside your posture, but because surrender sounds too much like defeat. Tell me now, who taught you to command? Who taught your soul that softness would collapse the plan? Tell me now, what are you trying to save? The truth inside your hands or the child that learned to break? Control is panic with a straight back and a steady hand. Control is terror, trying hard to look like a better man. Control is hunger for a world that never shifts or speaks. Control is fear that learned to stand and call itself elite. Control is panic with a polished voice and a frozen jaw. Control is damage, trying to turn its wound into a law. Control is trembling underneath the image you protect. Control is panic that cannot survive what it cannot direct. Let one thing move without your blessing. Let one moment breathe without your claim. Let one person stay beyond your shaping. Let uncertainty step into the frame. See what rises, see what shakes, see what anger tries to hide. Not a king, not a master, just a frightened pulse with nowhere left to hide. Control is panic, and the room can hear it now. In the careful little threats, in the sacred little vows. Control is panic, and no iron tone can make it clean. No flawless plan can cover what the body knows beneath. Control is panic, so loosen your perfect grip. You do not need to rule the world to keep yourself from slipping. Control is panic, until the fear is named aloud. Then maybe power starts the moment you can live without the crowd. Hold tighter, lose more, rule louder, fear more. You call it order, but truth is this: control is panic in formal dress. You wear no tears. Like that is power. But silence can be damage too. You learn to keep the face like stone, to let the noise pass through your bones, to kill the tremor before it spoke, to call it strength because it did not choke. You stopped reacting, then called it peace. You stopped collapsing, then called it release. You stopped feeling, then raised a throne, and crowned the emptiness of self-control. Tell me now, did you heal or disappear? Did you rise above the pain, or just go cold enough to live with it here? Tell me now, what part of you went still? And why do you call it power when it only forgot how to feel? Numb is not strong, it is only quiet. It is only pain that got tired of trying. Numb is not peace, it is pressure gone deep. A war with no sound, still living underneath. Numb is not strong, it is a wound that learned to hide. A room with no light, still locked from the inside. Numb is not strength, do not worship the freeze. You are not healed just because you do not bleed. You do not shake, but your eyes stay far away. You do not break, but nothing real can seem to stay. You do not scream, but your soul went off the grid. You call it calm because that sounds better than what it is. You keep your heart in a sealed off place. You keep your name in a guarded frame. You keep your breath on a measured line, as if feeling deeply would be some kind of crime. Tell me now, when did the shutdown start? When did survival turn the key and lock emotion from your heart? Tell me now, if love stood in the room, would you feel warmth, or just another thing to lose? Numb is not strong, it is only quiet, it is only pain that got tired of trying. Numb is not peace, it is pressure gone deep, a war with no sound still living underneath. Numb is not strong, it is a wound that learned to hide, a room with no light still locked from the inside. Numb is not strength, do not worship the freeze. You are not healed just because you do not bleed. Feel the weight in the breath again. Feel the crack in the chest again. Feel the grief you buried alive. Feel the proof that you survived. There is no glory in becoming absent. There is no crown in turning into stone. The bravest thing is not to feel nothing. The bravest thing is to come back home. Numb is not strong. Say it till the lie breaks down. Say it till the body hears what the silence would not allow. Numb is not peace, it is fear without a face. It is the soul going missing in the name of staying safe. Numb is not strong, so let the blood return. Let the locked room open, let the buried nerve still burn. Numb is not strength, it is only what remained when the self chose distance, just to keep from feeling pain. You did not become iron. You became untouchable. That is not the same thing. That is not the same thing at all. That voice you use, so soft, so still. It sounds like peace, but it was built to hide the spill. Who taught you to sit with your hands so tight? Who taught you to smile when the room felt wrong? Who taught you to lower your needs to whispers and call that grace when it was fear all along? Who taught you that silence would keep you safe? Who taught you to dim every honest spark? Who taught you to make yourself easy to carry while something inside kept feeding the dark? You learned to pause, you learned to watch, you learned that truth could cost too much. So you became a polished form, a quiet face the world could touch. Tell me now, when did the lesson start? When did your voice go small to keep the peace around another heart? Tell me now, when did calm become disguise? When did survival teach your soul to hide itself behind gentle lies? Who taught you to fake calm? Who taught you to freeze with a beautiful face? Who taught you to stay soft-spoken while panic kept flooding the place? Who taught you to fake calm to make the damage look refined? Who taught you to sound like water while drowning happened underneath the mind? Who taught you to fake calm, to turn restraint into your own keep the room from breaking by breaking pieces off your soul. You do not shout, you disappear. You do not fight, you make yourself unclear. You do not ask, you compensate. You call that love when really it is learned erasure shaped by fear. You read the room before you breathe. You scan the tone before you speak. You carry weather in your shoulders, like one wrong word could bring the ceiling to your feet. You say you are easy, I hear trains surrender. You say you are calm, I hear old alarms. You say you are kind, but kindness should not mean you keep cutting pieces off yourself to keep others warm. Tell me now, if no one needed your restraint, would you know how to live without performing what made you feel safe? Tell me now, if truth could enter without war, would your real voice know its own name? Would it know what it has been waiting for? Who taught you to fake calm? Who taught you to freeze with a beautiful face? Who taught you to stay soft-spoken while panic kept flooding the place? Who taught you to fake calm to make the damage look refined? Who taught you to sound like water while drowning happened underneath the mind? Who taught you to fake calm, to turn restraint into your only art? Who taught you to look like healing while pressure kept building inside the heart? Who taught you to fake calm? Who made you fluent in control? Who taught you to keep the room from breaking by breaking pieces of your soul? You were not born this quiet. You were trained into that shape. Somewhere truth got punished. Somewhere softness turned to weight. Somewhere love became adjustment. Somewhere safety meant be small. Somewhere your nervous system learned the cleanest wound of all. Who taught you to fake calm? Now the room can hear the cost. Every careful little answer, every part of you that got lost. Who taught you to fake calm? There is no shame in seeing clear. You became what kept you standing, but you do not have to live there. Who taught you to fake calm? Let the old lesson loosen now. Let your voice come back unguarded. Let your chest relearn somehow. Who taught you to fake calm? Who taught your soul to disappear? You can stop sounding like survival. You can let the real self hear. It was not peace. It was adaptation. It was not grace. It was preservation. Now breathe once without disguise, and hear how different truth sounds in your own voice. Can explain you. It cannot excuse you. There is a difference, and this room knows it. You wear the wound like royal proof, like suffering signed your every move. Like what was done became a throne, and now no hand can touch your own. You speak of scars like sacred law, like every cut erased your flaws, like being hurt gave you the right to wound the room and call it night. You keep the story where you break, but never tell the harm you make. You keep the tears that made you real, and hide the ways you learned to steal. Tell me now, at what point did pain become your shield? At what point did grief become a field where nothing true could enter without guilt? Tell me now, when did hurt become your claim? When did the fire that marked your skin start giving orders in your name? You are not the victim here, not in every room, not in every war. Pain may live inside your blood, but it does not get to choose what you are for. You are not the victim here, not when your wound becomes a knife, not when you turn your damage outward and call destruction part of life. You are not the victim here, not every time you feel denied, not every silence is an attack, not every mirror is a side to hide. You are not the victim here. Pain is real, but so is choice, and suffering does not make you holy if you use it to destroy another voice. You learn to make your hurt persuasive, to make your sorrow sound like law, to make the room step softly round you, like your fracture deserved their awe. You name it truth, you name it trauma, you name it honesty and flame. But some confessions are just weapons when every wound is used for blame. You say they left, you skip the pressure, you say they failed, you hide the cost. You say the world keeps doing this to you, but never count what your fear has lost. Tell me now, what did your pain permit? What did it let you say and do that truth alone would not admit? Tell me now, when did your hurt become a throne? When did survival turn so hard it could not see another soul? You are not the victim here, not in every room, not in every war. Pain may live inside your blood, but it does not get to choose what you are for. You are not the victim here, not when your wound becomes a knife, not when you turn your damage outward and call destruction part of life. You are not the victim here, not every time you feel denied, not every silence is an attack, not every mirror is a side to hide. You are not the victim here. Pain is real, but so is choice, and suffering does not make you holy if you use it to destroy another voice. No one is saying you are not hurt, no one is calling your scars a lie. But pain is not a private kingdom, and grief is not a past to crucify. So put the halo down, put the weapon down, put the beautiful ruin on the floor. Your wound deserves compassion, not command, not one more war. You are not the victim here, not anymore. If you can finally see the line between what shaped your fear and what you chose repeatedly, you are not That is where your power starts. The moment you stop making pain the ruler of your heart. You are not the victim here. So let the old defense collapse. Let truth arrive without costume. Let the room survive the facts. You are not the victim here. You are the choice that follows pain. And now the mirror asks in silence, what will you stop becoming today? You were hurt. Yes, but hurt is not an altar, and pain is not a crown. Do not kneel to it anymore. If the pain goes quiet, if the old shape breaks, who is left standing when the echo fades? You wore the wound until it fit like skin, until the hurt became the way you walked, until your name and all your inner weather were tied to what the dark had carved and taught. You learned to build around the broken places, to call the damage depth, the ruin fate, to make a home inside familiar suffering, because the unknown asked too much to face. But tell me now, if sorrow leaves the room, if grief unclenches, if the old gods stop asking for your blood, would you still know how to hold your own reflection without the fire, without the story of what hurt you most? Tell me now, if the wound is not your face, what remains? What survives beneath that place? Tell me now, if the pain no longer leads, who are you when you are more than what you bleed? Who are you without the wound, without the ache you always knew, without the night that gave you language, without the grief that pulled you through? Who are you without the wound, without the scar that shaped your voice? When pain steps back, what still stands up? What in you is still a choice? Who are you without the wound, without the frame that held your name, without the holy broken image you kept feeding like a flame? Who are you without the wound, when the mirror clears at last? Are you empty or finally free? When you are not your past, maybe there is more in you than preservation. Maybe there is breath beneath the guarded role. Maybe your soul was never only what survived. Maybe there is still an undiscovered whole. You are not less if you put the burden down. You are not false if you stop kneeling to the scar. You are not shallow if your pain stops being sacred. You are not nothing if you outgrow who the ruins made you are. There is a self beneath the adaptation. There is a pulse beneath the practiced weight. There is a life that does not need old suffering to prove it earned the right to take up space. Tell me now, what waits beneath the grief? A quieter truth, a harder kind of peace. Tell me now, when the wound be free when you are not your past. Do not be afraid if the old identity starts falling. Not every loss is death. Some losses are release. Do not be afraid if the silence feels unfamiliar. Sometimes healing sounds like nothing before it learns to speak. Let the scar be memory, not a kingdom. Let the pain be witness, not a throne. Let the self come back in honest pieces. Let the unknown finally feel like home. Who are you without the womb? Say it soft and let it rise. Not as concept, not as theory, but as a truth behind your eyes. Who are you without the womb? Without the chains disguised as depth, without the old permission to call survival all that is left. Who are you without the womb? You do not need to answer now, but hear the question, enter deeper, hear it settle in somehow. Who are you without the womb? That is where the session turns, not toward erasure, but toward the life that waits when pain no longer burns. The scar can stay, but it cannot rule. The past can speak, but it cannot own you. So when the wound falls quiet, listen close. Something real is trying to say your name. This is the final assessment. No more performance. No more elegant delay. Only what remains when every shield has been named. We trace the lie back to its altar. We watch the mask learn how to breathe. We saw your calm was trained in danger. We saw your love was built from need. We named the panic dressed as order. We named the freeze that called itself strong. We watched the wound become an empire. We watched your pain decide too long. Now here you are, no halo left, no noble script to hide behind. Just one hard room, one steady light, and all the things you cannot leave unnamed tonight. Tell me now, what have you seen in you? Tell me now, what can no longer stay untrue? Tell me now, what defense lost its throne? Tell me now, what part of you is finally your own? Final assessment. The truth is on the table now. No more sacred damage, no more polished vow. Final assessment. You can feel the silence land. You are not your mask, you are not your wound. You are what you choose when truth demands. Final assessment. No comfort in the verdict here, only clarity, only what survived the fear. Final assessment. Read it slow and read it plain. The past may mark your blood, but it does not get to sign your name. You are not the child who had to vanish. You are not the posture built from dread. You are not the empty throne of numbness. You are not the voice that fear kept fed. You are the moment after seeing clearly. You are the hand hand that does or does not turn. You are the choice to stop repeating. You are the line where falsehood burns. Not innocent, not ruined, not holy because you bled. Not finished, not helpless, not everything the old survival said. Tell me now, what will you stop defending first? Tell me now, what lie still feels like thirst? Tell me now, what truth will you let live? Tell me now, what future might appear if you stop teaching pain to lead? Final assessment, the truth is on the table now. No more sacred damage, no more polished vow. Final assessment, you can feel the silence land. You are not your mask, you are not your wound. You are what you choose when truth demands. Final assessment, no comfort in the verdict here, only clarity, only what survived the fear. Final assessment, read it slow and read it plain. The past may mark your blood, but it does not get to sign your name. So let the record show you learned to survive, and then mistook survival for the self. Let the record show you built your gods from fear and called that structure health. Let the record show there is still a living soul beneath the posture, beneath the role. Let the record show the session did not come to save your life. It came to make you stop abandoning it. Final assessment, now the mirror holds its ground. No more looking sideways, no more holy breakdown. Final assessment, you have heard enough to know that awareness is a door and you decide if you will go. Final assessment, no music left to hide inside, only the pulse of something honest still awake behind your eyes. Final assessment, this is where the session ends. Not with peace, not with comfort, but with truth. You cannot unhear again. Case reviewed, mask reduced, pattern named, excuse removed, wound acknowledged, choice returned, session over. Now live with what you learned.